Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to the latest spin. I'm Mike Spinner, Student Athlete World USA. It's Thursday. We're a little late, not gonna lie. Had a pretty big family obligation today that went a bit later than I'd thought, so I'm coming at you a little later than usual. But I'm here, and you're here, and that's what's most important. It is Thursday, May 1st, 2025. You know what that means? We can officially say we are traveling next month. Can you believe it? It feels like just yesterday I was talking about, I can't wait to go to Lisboa Lacrosse Cup and coach a team and enjoy that. And I did. But now we can say next month we are traveling the world. We are competing internationally. We're doing the coolest thing that you're ever going to do in your sports career. And last night, on this very device that I'm broadcasting to you with, we had our basketball coaches meeting for the upcoming travel season, and it was just awesome. The energy, the vibe, everyone's ready to go. So if you're a basketball traveler coming with us on any one of our tours this year, just know our coaches are locked and loaded and ready to go. You're going to be hearing from them soon. You get some Zoom meetings going, going to get some team bonding going. We're going to get ready for the best and most successful summer in student athlete world history. I can't believe it. We're almost here. We're literally counting down the weeks, and it's really exciting. Probably my favorite time of year. And if your mail service is better than mine, you'll receive your uniforms already. Mine, according to tracking, will be with me on Monday. Can't wait for that. May have to do a special jersey reveal. But if you've received your uniform for the coming travel season, post it on your social media and tag Student Athlete World USA or at Student Athlete W, and we'll repost it for you. We'll hook you up. We'll make you famous. But make sure you do that. Our uniforms are awesome. So if you got your gear, show it off to the world and make sure you tag us so we can sport you as well. So lots of good things happening. Do we still have roster spots available? The answer is very, very little. But if you're someone late in the game wanting to join us, send me an email, mike@studentathleteworld.com, or better yet, go to studentathleteworld.com, complete that application, all right? Because we could still squeeze you in. We can put you in where you fit in, as they say. So, but I got to tell you, the one thing I'll say, kind of shifting gears backwards, about our coaching meeting last night. Something I kind of said tongue in cheek. They didn't plan to say, but I really mean it. This summer, across the board, looking at the different sports that we're sending out, this is the best coaching staff during my time with Student Athlete World. I cannot name a tour where the coaching staff concerns me. I feel really good about who we brought aboard for this year, and I hope you do as well. All of our teams are going to be coached by experienced, smart, excited, good coaches. And so I think from the standpoint of you growing your game, developing as an athlete and competing, you're going to come away very satisfied. And of course, our tours are awesome as well. So you'll be happy with that part too. But I'm really, really excited to kind of get this thing rolling. But we're weeks away, folks. It's exciting. So I hope you're as excited as I am. So now, what in the world? So today's What in the World is brought to you by Trouble Cub Enterprises. If you don't know what it is, use the Google machine and look it up. And all I got to say is this. The epicenter of Trouble Cub Enterprises right now is not far from Student Athlete World headquarters. It is in a different part of North Carolina, specifically at the University of North Carolina, where the Bill Belichick era seems to be struggling in certain ways to get out of its own way. And thanks in large part to Trouble Cub Enterprises. So Trouble Cub, welcome aboard as a sponsor. And here's the deal. And look, it was a big and bold move for the University of North Carolina to hire Bill Belichick. All right. I'm one of many who just seem to think that if the right NFL opportunity comes up, he will jump. Perhaps I'm wrong. But it was a big move, made a big splash, got them some great press, got them some great transfers. I'm sure the fundraising hasn't been hurt one bit by hiring a coach of Bill Belichick, but they also brought along Jordan Hudson with him. All right. Now, I'm not one to judge other people's love. Okay. It's just not what I do here in this space or any other space. He's like in his 70s. She's like in her 20s. God bless them both. They love each other. Fine. I'll leave it right there. But here's the thing. So the more we're diving in to year one of Bill Belichick at the University of North Carolina, the more we're realizing that Jordan Hudson, for whatever her skill set is really heavily involved in the process, let's just say. And most recently, we saw the interview over the weekend where she more or less dictated what questions Bill Belichick would answer. He's always been kind of standoffish with the media, so not the biggest deal in the world. You know, I thought it was annoying, but not one that's going to give me a strong opinion. But now today, the story has come out that HBO wanted to do a Hard Knocks caliber special on Bill Belichick's first season with the University of North Carolina. When I read that was happening, I was like, awesome. All right. And just because a coach like Bill Belichick, you know, this is a really different endeavor for him. And University of North Carolina is going in a very different direction with their football program. And there's a lot of intrigue there. So when I heard there was going to be a Hard Knocks series based on Bill Belichick's first year at the University of North Carolina, I personally was very excited by this. But now it turns out it's not happening, in large part because Jordan Hudson has demanded to be an executive producer of the series. Now, I used the Google machine. I used it to look up what other programming that Jordan Hudson has been an executive producer for, and couldn't find any because she has absolutely no qualifications whatsoever to be an executive producer with HBO or any other broadcasting vehicle for that matter. She has no experience as an assistant producer or an associate producer or producer, let alone an executive producer. And so now we're now developing here. I don't know Jordan Hudson personally, nor do I know Bill Belichick, but we're certainly developing a little bit of a profile here that perhaps Jordan Hudson is just trying to get her name and image out there front and center to the universe, and is overstepping in a really big way. Okay. So we are now going to be deprived of this Hard Knocks kind of special because Jordan Hudson needs to have control, which leads me to believe that there is a bit of, I don't know, what do we call it? Attention mongering? Shameless self-promotion. That's the perfect term. There is a bit of shameless self-promotion happening here, and it's just not appropriate because, yes, you are going to sleep at night and waking up next to Bill Belichick. That doesn't make you qualified to rule the world here, Jordan. It just makes you qualified to be his girlfriend. And again, I don't judge love. Age difference, fine, whatever it is. You go do you. But the more we're diving deeper into this relationship, and use those air quotes in any way you want in terms of context, the more we're starting to kind of think to ourselves, I think, that maybe this is more of a business relationship than a personal relationship, at least as far as Ms. Hudson is concerned. I could be wrong. It's just we're starting to see those types of hints. And what I think is happening is ultimately, if Bill Belichick is very successful at the University of North Carolina, and I believe he will be, how much tarnish is there going to be here because his girlfriend, who is young enough to be his granddaughter, literally is trying to steal the show. So what in the world? Trouble Cub Enterprises, and you can look up that one yourself. But what in the world, folks? Let's get back to doing what we're trying to accomplish here which is Bill Belichick coaching a football team and being very successful. Just my opinion. That's it for the latest spin this week. It is always so much fun. And again, A, if you're looking to travel in 2025, B, if you're thinking about traveling in 2026, which we're already planning those tours, only one way to do it. Go to studentathleteworld.com, complete your application, interview with me, and pack your bags. Have a great weekend, everyone. Welcome to May. Can't wait for June. But for now, we'll see you next week.